Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I have a really cute Christmas wishes card for you. It's a nice simple one that you could mass produce. It features the Coming Home bundle from Stampin' Up, and this is Stampin' Up's Give Back products. The Coming Home stamp set is part of an amazing suite, the Trimming the Town suite. We're going to feature the designer series paper on this card and the stamps and the coordinating die set. When you purchase the Coming Home stamp set, either on its own or part of the bundle, Stampin' Up will give $3 from every purchase to charities that are devoted to adoption, foster care, and infertility. So this is the Making a Difference stamp set this year, and it's super cute. So let's get started with our card base. I've got a crumb cake card base here. This one's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. We're gonna emboss our card front with the Woodland embossing folder. Grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This one is a standard folder. So the sandwich for that standard folder is 1 and 2 3s. So let's go ahead and get this guy all lined up in the folder. We've got to be careful. We want the branches going up. So we want the folder upside down. All right, so we put that on 3 and we put 3 over the top. Yeah, let's give it a crank. All right, there's our awesome woodland pattern. Let's put this guy aside and do some stamping. I've got a scrap of Whisper White and a Whisper White circle. I cut the Whisper White circle ahead with the layering circles dies, and this is 2 3/8. And then I've also got a Whisper White stitched rectangle. This is the smallest stitched rectangle. It's 2.5 by 1/2 from the stitched rectangles dies. Coming Home is a photopolymer stamp set. Let's grab a Stampin' Pierce mat. And I'm gonna stamp an early espresso. We're gonna color with Stampin' Blends, so we're gonna be careful. The early espresso can be reactive, so we're gonna let this dry for a little bit before we color, and that's why we're gonna stamp now and then work on our designer series paper layers while our image is dry. I'm gonna stamp a little house from Coming Home all the way up at the top of the circle. And then we need a little tree and a wreath. We're going to stamp those on the scrap of Whisper White. And I've got Christmas Wishes, and this is from the Banner Year stamp set. I'm going to stamp that one all the way to the right of my little rectangle. We're going to make it into a tag. All right, let's give these a minute to dry. Clear away the ink pad. Got my Stampin' Seal Plus here and my Designer Series paper from the Trim the Town Designer Series paper pack. There's the front of the patterns and the back side, just as cute. These are 1 inch by 4 for the right and the left strip, and 1 1/4 inch by 4 for the center strip, a little bit wider in the center. And I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus because we've got the textured surface. I'm gonna go ahead and toggle these little guys on the right and left. And then a little higher over the center for our pine tree pattern. We can go ahead and adhere our scallop circle. I cut this one from Early Espresso using the layering circles dies, and this one is the 3rd largest, that 2 9/16 inch size. We'll pop that right on our strips. Now our Christmas wishes. Let's make it a tag. Got my handy dandy 1/8 inch held circle punch. Let's pop a hole. Gonna need some linen thread. I usually tie right off the spool unless I'm making a card kit or something, but you probably need about 10 inches of thread. And we're gonna just tie a bow on our tag. Cut right off of the spool, trim the tail. That's how you get the least amount of waste. And then we can go ahead and put some mini dimensionals. All right, there's our Christmas wishes tag. Now let's color in our images. I've got Old Olive, Misty Moonlight, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, and Soft Suede. And I'm gonna go for a very standard coloring, not a lot of shadowing here or shading. I'm gonna try to just color in with a nice solid finish. Little circles kind of going over the last bit of color that you laid down. And we're just gonna color in. This is a card that I hope that you could make a bunch of if you wanted to for holiday season sending. You can kind of mass produce. So not a lot of detail in our shading this time. All right, we're gonna do the top of the house here with Pool Party. Well, I think I'm gonna do dark Pool Party. Light Pool Party isn't making much of a impact. You want to be careful not to disturb the early espresso too much because it isn't a non-reactive ink, but we did give it time to dry, so we should be able to color in without making our lines blur. And then I've got the dark soft suede for the roof, Poppy Parade for the door. This one is dark Poppy Parade. And the key to a good solid fill is those little circles and working along the wet edge to just introduce new ink along the wet edge. You'll get a nice solid fill. There's our house. We're going to do the same for our tree. I'm going to use the light Old Olive and just really give it a good solid fill. Soft suede for the trunk. This is the dark one. For the wreath, I'm gonna just dot with the dark Old Olive. Get a little texture going on here. It's the only shading I did on the whole project. And then I'll fill in with the light. Gives our wreath a little texture. It also makes it easier to fill in such a small area to just do those little dots and dabs. And then dark Poppy Parade for the bow. We need to die cut our tree and our wreath. Those dies are from the Home Together dies. I love all the little images. You can cut out each of the little images, but there's also a fun little treat box that's included. Such a cute die set. All right, let me grab my machine. Set up the new machine for die cutting. We need one, which is our platform, 2, which is our thin die adapter, 3, a cutting plate, our paper with the dies, and 3, another cutting plate. We'll crank that guy through. Aren't the little accessories cute? Little tree, little wreath. All right, let's finish up our card. We need more mini dimensionals. I'm gonna put one on the back of the tree and on the back of the wreath. Add our little house with some CL Plus right in the center of the scallops. Then got the little tree and the wreath. Decorate our house. See, our house has just gone from everyday to holiday, just like that. Can absolutely use this set for your everyday cards too. This would be a great happy new home, welcome home kind of card. Congratulations, so cute. And now our Christmas wishes banner. Just pop that up right underneath our house. There it is. Our coming home Christmas wishes card. If you've got any questions about the project or the products, or if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. The shop Stampin' Up 24/7. Grab the new coming home stamp set, and Stampin' Up will give $3 to some very worthy charities. You can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.